I wanted to ask you, you were supposed to fight Gavin Tucker in April, but that fight got canceled. And did that affect you in your training camp for this fight? Like, you have to do two training camps, or you did one only? And how did you affect your body, your training, or did not affect you at all? How it was?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a stylistically a different style. You know, Gavin's really slick. He's a little bit shorter. He moves really well. Spike is very explosive early on. You know, he likes to try to go for that finish right away. So it's definitely a different stylistic matchup. You know, but I basically just stayed in the best shape I possibly could. I was, you know, running, bike riding, hitting mitts pretty much every day. I knew the UFC was going to have fights sooner than later. So I basically just, you know, I didn't worry about the opponent. I had a feeling the opponent was going to switch just because he's not American. And, you know, it looked like they were just doing like local fights. So the opponent changed, but, you know, we have a great team. Me and my coaches do a great job breaking down opponents. And I think we got this one figured out, and I think we have a good game plan going into this fight to get the win.
So, and what do you think about Spike? Because he's a heavy hitter, while you are also one. But do you want to keep the fight to the distance, or you are going straight to get the finish? What strategy do you have?
Yeah, I know Spike. You know, he's a fast starter. He gets off to a fast start. He's got a lot of first round finishes, but I do too. You know, and a lot of times when people get overzealous, I end up capitalizing on that. So you know, he knows. You know, we both know that my conditioning is going to be better. The longer this fight goes on, I think it's going to favor me, especially when I'm just going to be breaking him down. So you know, wherever the fight goes, I plan on keeping the pressure on the whole time and basically just wearing him down and taking him into that those deep waters because he's not very comfortable going into those long fights. You know, he looks like he gasses out, and you know, we both know that's my strategy, just to wear him down and get the finish.
And my last question is, I know fighters usually think about the fight that is next, but if you get the victory, if you win, do you have any other opponent in mind? Do you want to challenge someone or not? You are not thinking about that.
Yeah, no, I'm not really thinking about it. I would like to, I want to see how my body feels after this fight. If I go in there and, if I go in there without any injuries, I would like to get a quick turnaround. Obviously a lot of these, just like every other fighter, that fight island sounds very intriguing. After this fight, I'm going to help my teammate Matt Frivola get ready for his fight. He's fighting on June 20th. He's going to be in my corner for this fight, and I'm probably going to be in his corner for his fight June 20th. So we're going to go right back to Tampa and get right back into work. And whoever the UFC gets me, I was matched up with Gavin Tucker, and that fight fell through. I was matched up with Chris Fishgold, and that fight fell through. So any one of those guys, or whoever else the UFC wants me to get, I basically want to just fight guys who are, either making more money than me or who are ranked higher than me. So I just want to keep climbing the rankings and get that world championship within the next few years.
I want to know which aspects do you consider are going to be the key for winning, and what do you need to be careful of on Saturday?
I think the keys for me is to just, take a little bit of risk and not play it too safe and just fight how I fight in sparring. If I fight how I fight, like I had my last sparring session Saturday and I just felt like super on point, really, really good, really aggressive. And if I just fight the way I've been sparring the last couple weeks, then I'm definitely going to get the victory.
And how much do you have to change in your strategy for this fight? Do you think that you might be in a disadvantage, taking into account that you have already fought against Valentina and they train together?
No, I don't think I'm at a disadvantage. They're totally different fighters. You know, I train with people that have fought Valentina. Like, people in the MMA community, it's really small. You train with people that you fight, all different things. I don't think that matters. It doesn't, just because you train with someone doesn't mean you have the same ability, you magically get the same abilities that they have.
And the last one for me, how did you manage to prepare for a fight in the middle of the pandemic? How did that affect you?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, I live in Long Island, New York, which is, hit pretty heavily with the pandemic. I mean, nothing looks like it's even being close to the talks of things opening isn't even really an option right now for us in New York. So yeah, it was kind of crazy when I originally took the fight. They're like, "Do you want to fight in like 17 days?" I'm like, okay, I haven't even really been out of my house, but I have a heavy bag, I have an Airdyne bike, like let's do this. I'm down. I'll figure it out. And luckily the fight's getting pushed back kind of gave me a little bit more time. And it's pretty crazy. I mean, I've had a really good training camp for this. It's kind of nice because for me, I drive all over. I drive from Long Island to South Jersey to Manhattan for training. And, the only positive about this is there's no traffic. So that was very nice. But yeah, I've had really good training. Unfortunately, I can't even like really post pictures or, not that that's important, but I can't talk about like where I train just because it's so strict in New York. We're pretty much.
Sure.
I feel like I'm like a drug dealer trying to train for a fight. So, but yeah, I got good training. That's all I can say.
Hola Antonina, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, hola.
Quisiera preguntarte, teniendo en cuenta que recién lo decías, las dos son peleadoras muy completas y tienen mucha experiencia, ¿en qué aspectos crees que que tenés ventaja por sobre Chookagian?
Bueno, yo estaba preparando en todo en realidad, ¿sí? Porque tú piensas que puedes tener ventaja en uno y de repente no va a funcionar, ¿no? Pero estoy muy segura en mi striking, obviamente, porque soy 11 veces campeona mundial en Muay Thai y estoy segura en mi técnica en striking, pero también estoy segura en mis otras técnicas. En mi última pelea que yo tuve, yo demostré que puedo hacer grappling, que luchar y finalizar mis oponentes con submisiones. Entonces, creo que estoy segura en mis otras técnicas, pero vamos a ver cómo será la pelea, porque con cada peleador es diferente. Tú sabes, MMA es un deporte que piensas uno y de repente sale otro, entonces vamos a ver.
Y hace un rato Katlyn comentaba que por la situación de la pandemia de COVID-19 se le complicó mucho entrenar en su ciudad natal. ¿Cómo estuvo tu campamento y cómo fue tu preparación teniendo en cuenta la situación actual?
Bueno, claro que todos nosotros tuvimos complicaciones con los gimnasios cerrados y acá, por ejemplo, en Las Vegas, nosotros siempre preparamos en UFC Performance Institute. Es un lugar favorito, es un lugar cómodo para nosotros, donde nosotros tenemos todo lo que necesitamos para entrenamiento, para preparación, pero estaba cerrado y otros gimnasios también estaban cerrados. Entonces, primero, nosotros tuvimos mucho más entrenamientos en naturaleza. Entonces salimos a montañas, salimos a, no sé, al lado de lagos y allá entrenamos, buscamos lugares donde se puede entrenar más o menos y buscamos rivales, sobre todo con quien se puede entrenar. Y así fue, pero hicimos todo lo posible. Y claro que Valentina tuvo lesión, tuvo operación, entonces me complicó porque yo siempre tengo mi sparring partner,
Claro.
mi hermana, ¿no? Entonces esta vez no la tenía porque ella tenía su operación. Pero yo creo que nosotros, a pesar de todo, pudimos hacer buen trabajo en el entrenamiento y me siento bien preparada.
Y quisiera consultarte la última. Si todo va bien y obtenés la victoria el sábado y seguís subiendo en el ranking, quisiera saber si te interesaría tener una revancha contra Roxanne Modafferi, teniendo en cuenta que ella fue la única que te ganó en tu carrera, quizás te interesaría una revancha.
Sí, me interesaría esta revancha, definitivamente.